All right. Well, hello everyone and welcome back. So, we are looking first at the Bitcoin chart, and I know for some it would be like some people are happy and some people are like uh in panic. So, I just want you to know that a lot of this stuff is manipulated, okay? And especially when we talk about an asset like Bitcoin, um, the wealthy and the banks and the big players never want to pay premium price. They always want a discount. So um, they have invested interest in, I'm going to be careful how I say this, invested interest in the price going down. Whereas most retailers have more of an invested um, interest in the price going up. Um, so while some of them might be panicking, like we see in this little GIF, the person like feeling like their world is crumbling, and then we have some people who are like the cat is like, all right, that's what I'm talking about. So I hope that anyone who's watching my videos or any other videos about trading or about investing in certain assets, think buy low, sell high, or buy at a discount if you're buying long term, right? So every time you get a discount, you should be happy. It's almost like getting a clearance sale. So I get excited about moments like this. I know I'm day trading, but remember I said yesterday, it might not be 5% every day, but when it hits the bottom, I'll be able to make up the days that I didn't trade. I promise you. So, and I'll show you. I'm gonna go through Bitcoin. I'm gonna go through XRP. I'm gonna go through Avalanche, and I'm gonna go through Solana. The reason I'm gonna go through Solana, I know we haven't really talked about that particular chart, is because of AI agents, and I think they might be a big player. And there was one more, I can't remember. I'm not. I'm. A, we might go briefly over math. Math was just like a backup chart, so that if there's nothing else going on and math has got something going on, I can get a quick trade. So we might go over that one as well. So let's get into it. All right, so let's look at Bitcoin. Let me go to the 4 hour, so you can see at a higher level. And let me hide this. Let me go to the. Let me see, 30 minute. Let me see what it looked like on the 30 minute. Yeah. So I just wanted to show on the 30 minute and below. All right, so now I'm gonna go to the 4 hour. It's not gonna show up. And basically what we're looking at is the fib, and I can take this 23% off. Whatever I don't need, I try to just go ahead and remove, because it just makes it easier to see. I'm gonna take this break of structure off, and I can take this 61 and 78 off. Right. So what I'm interested in seeing is this going to completely break out of here, out of this lower trend line, and go below the previous low, which is this candle right here. This is where that 100% line is at. And if it were to do that, then I want to see where's our next support, right? Which this right here was the resistance. It could become support, but I might want to see, not might, I do want to see like where in our next support. I already got it drawn out. Next support is right here. between 86,000 and 84,000. So yeah, it would be nice if we can get to that price point. So for those who do shorts, you probably could have done a short, especially after seeing that from the 4 hour it went past the 50%. The only thing with that is, did it retrace? Did it try to test it out again? It somewhat did. It didn't go all the way up to there, to the 50% level. It might be trying to make its way right now as I'm talking. But I am just keeping a tab of how it reacts to this level right here. As we make our way down, if we are going to continue further down, we'll know if it goes below this candle right here, this last green candle right here on the 30-minute. And let me go to the 15-minute. The other thing I typically do is sometimes, like I said, I try to get things out of my way. I need them sometimes, and sometimes I don't need it. So there we go. And then I can put it back, right? I just blacked it out because I see that it touched this lower portion of the parallel trend line. So that's what I need to see. Is it going to break below there and hit this demand order block that's in gray and go below this 100%, which is at 91,000. Fib level. So I'm not interested in really taking any trades today, unless I see something that is reversing. I don't see anything reversing yet, right? And how would I know if something's reversing? For one, I can go ahead and draw out my support, my last minor support, right here. What I'm drawing, I'll show it to you if I draw it. And I know I should have did this before I came up here, but I knew that we probably aren't gonna, I knew we weren't ready for a reverse. I mean, I knew it hadn't reversed yet. So all right, hit lock. So I'm gonna pay attention to let me put my little alert to below this candle right here, and I probably could put an alert above this top candle right here. And I'm not gonna worry about adding any more fibs because I feel like the one I have right now that is operating off of the higher time frames is sufficient for right now, because I'm not interested in really taking any trades. Now, if I was interested in taking trades and I saw a reversal, then I would do another minor fib to guide me on the lower time frames. But I'm not really focused on them unless I see a double touch or a higher low and I see a break of structure on the lower time frames, on the 5-minute or 15-minute time frames. I haven't seen that yet, so I'm not really worried about it. And that's it for Bitcoin, basically. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time to just update the chart. Now, if you're wondering what is this like fan looking thing. It is, sometimes I use this when I can't really, like it's a funky looking trend line or trend, whether it's going up or down. I'll use the, and it's called the Fib Speed Resistance. So it's basically a way to get trend lines, and it's like a fan trend line with resistance levels, fib levels on it. You can actually add the fib levels on it. I don't. I just use it just for trend lines. So, and as you can see, if I go to the lower, you can see it really good on the lower or 15-minute. How it kind of respects those lines for the most part, right? Like it bounced off of this line right here. It bounced off of this line. It reached a peak off of this line. It reached a peak off of that line, right? And so I use that sometimes as things are progressing and I don't really, it's not a clear trend line, like parallel channel type trend line. I'll use this. And that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. So just a matter of waiting to see if we're going to get a double touch, at least above the 100% level, above 91,270, or but as long as we below this 50%, you know, I'm still looking for the double touch down below, and breaker structure down on the lower time frames, and above this 100%, if that makes sense. So if I were to go to the next one I want to go to is XRP, which my my alerts were going off on this thing this morning. Like it was a lot of activity. So which a lot of people, let me go to the other one. And this is another thing for XRP. I actually keep two charts of XRP, one for Coinbase because that's the exchange that I use, but I also open up the Binance chart, and the only reason is because the Binance chart goes further back in history than the Coinbase one, because the Coinbase one, remember, it just got XRP back. Binance, it, you know, always had XRP, so it has a little bit more data. So all right, so this is on the 4-hour. So we still look so far pretty bullish, but as long as we can as long as we don't dip below this support level right here, I think once if we dip below this 100%, we might, it doesn't necessarily mean, because I've seen this happen before where it goes below this, and since that support area is so close to that 100% fib line, it will because this is more of a minor fib, but the real fib, if I were to, from the higher time frame, is really from down here. This was the low and this is the high, right? So as long as we can stay above this 50% line right here, I think we'll be good. So even with a little wicking, but not full candles below this. Full candles below this, then I know we're headed back down. um, for a little while. So on XRP, basically, I'm just doing the same thing, keeping track of us being below this 50% era era area. We dipped down and came back up. Let me go down to 15 minutes. Let's see what's going on here. I still do not, and if you notice, I have a minor fib on the lower time frames. I did not have on the higher time frames. I don't see any type of breaker structure yet. So, and I don't see a lower low. Now it is a lower low in comparison to here, but I want to see a not a lower low, a higher low. So it is a higher low from here to here, but I want to see a higher low and a breaker structure with XRP before I decide to go back in. To go in if I choose to go into XRP, because XRP I think could, by the peak of its run, I think we could get close to a 10x. Do not like bank on that. That's just my thought. And that's just looking at the higher time frame. Like if we were to go all the way up to here, right, to 25, that's what I'm going by. Now, can we do that? I don't know. So, but that's why I like taking it step by step. Like, I don't try to get too ahead of myself, but that would make me want to trade off of it in the time being. So I want to get rid of some of this stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. Just so I can have a clearer, less congested scenario. And I might actually redo my fib as well. So on the higher time frame, I might let's just see. And I probably end up adding it back, but I probably will. I'll add it back after the video, but I was trying to see would it make sense, but I think I need to just add it back. All right, so that's where I'm at with XRP. I'm just seeing if we can get a double bottom or a higher low and a breaker structure, and then then I could enter, and then my next resistance area would be the 50% line right here, resistance area. So like for instance right now it's hitting here. Let's see if it can go above here, right, and then come back and stay above. Then I would feel a little bit better about going in if I did choose to use XRP to trade. Now, if I were to go back in and I go in above 50%, but the next resistance area that we would need to surpass would be right this peak right here. So if I get above the 50% and let's say I just came in a little bit above there, so 15% potential, whereas if I go to Avalanche, right, we're in the same situation. We trying to see if we can get above the 50% area, and I'm gonna change this resistance area and update it. All right, let me hit lock on that. And all right, so my next resistance would be here, and let's go from the 50% line to there. 12%, right? So it seems like XRP is still winning right now with the 50% to the next resistance. And then I do want to look at Solana. Now, Solana, if it were, and I haven't updated my trend lines on this, if it were to bounce somewhere at least above this and make a breaker structure, I would go ahead and get in and consider that the 50% probably be my first rejection area. Right, because it would need to make a breaker structure probably right around here and come up to here. So we can come down here, if it can make it to as far as down here in this area and not surpass it. What are we looking at? So I'm gonna just use this right here. So we're looking at 16%. So Solana might be a contender for my next trade when things start reversing. And then of course I'm gonna look at Bitcoin, like, because I didn't measure that. I don't think it'd be as much, but it could be, because if it were to go all the way down to 85 or 86,000, I would definitely probably take that trade. Yeah, let's see. This might be more of a investment swing type deal for me, versus a day trade. And I need to add my other FIB on there. Let's see. Nope. Goodness. All right, it's not in order. That's why. All right. So right up here, right? So this would be more of a swing trade to just get it, buy Bitcoin at the cheapest price I think I'm gonna get for right now. If it were to drop to this support demand area, or even lower if it were to, I would definitely buy and do a long swing on that one. And just to keep the Bitcoins. So, but that is outside of the challenge, right? Now, if you want to trade on Bitcoin, that is your choice to just collect. I know people who do that, and I used to do that, and I don't see a problem with it, because you're collecting more of an asset, right? And without adding more money, you're using the money that you're flipping to get more Bitcoins, which I think is also very, very smart. So, and then let's just, while we got a little bit of time, look at math. So it is doing, hasn't reached the 50% area. As long as it stays above 50%, I believe I probably be able to trade on it here and there when nothing's going on, and there's an opportunistic quick trade on it. So I'll just keep an eye on to see if it can stay above 50%. So, well, that will do it for today's update. Hang in there. Trust me when I say this is what I also love about trading, because you get days off, right? And you make it up on another day, and in a big way, because you'll get the percent that you didn't, the 5% that you didn't get, you'll get it in combination, because you allow it to dip or correct at a good buy area, and it gives you more profit room than someone who is trying to jump in when things are going up high, right? So, well, that will do it. Thank you guys, and we'll be back tomorrow.